Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be unboxing the LEGO Jurassic World set number 76972 Raptor Off-Road Escape. Neat. Alright, let's start off by looking at the box itself. So obviously we have a look at the set itself. A nice sort of action scene looking thing up here with a it's an alright background. Obviously we have the Lego and Jurassic World logos up there. Over here is dinosaur. Over down here is our roster of characters included in the set. Yep, Velociraptor. And then over here is our, obviously our recommended age for the set, the name of the set number, as well as the number of pieces used to build the set. Here's a look at the top with some of our little minifigures, as well as a 1-to-1 scaled image of this smaller dinosaur included. Here's a look at this side of the box. Here's a look at this side of the box. And here's a look at this side of the box with image of dinosaur. And then as for the back of the box, we have the Lego logo obviously, but we also have like the other angles for the stuff included in the set, as well as like a action feature featured in these illustrations up here, as well as these thumb push tabs. And with that, let's go ahead and get right into the unboxing. So we're going to take our brick separator and we're just going to slide up, slide down. Well, let's get this thing open. Let's close that up, set it off to the side, and then here's what's included. And then here's what's included. We have stuff like we'll check out the instructions first. So we have booklet number 1, which is actually kind of small. Alright, so this is the instructions for like the sort of terrain portion of the set. And then I assume that, then I guess this one, is going to be instructions for the vehicle and the other stuff. Is back. And then here are is a list of included parts. And then over here is other advertisements for other sets in this wave. Which is nice. Decently enough. Over here we have some stickers, which is nice, appreciated. We got some stickers. So 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 6 stickers. Nice. And then for the parts included in the box, we'll start things off with this. We have our Raptor. We have a Raptor, which yeah, it's here, and it definitely is missing its jaw, but I assume that part's going to be in here somewhere. Yeah, it looks nice. Very neat. And so with that, let's go ahead and get bag number 1 open. So in here, we have some nice pieces, some leafy greens, like a sort of base plate thing. These interestingly shaped gear pieces. Oh, this is actually like my first time holding these. With these gears. Oh, that's neat. We also have stuff like these, which I have seen parts like this before, I think. And then some nice, and then like an interesting range of pieces in dark, and like various greens and dark, and like browns. Then here we also have smaller pieces, including at least a couple of the little jaw pieces for the Raptor. So, you know, for the sake of this, let's actually like put that there. Oh! So, yeah, it has a closed mouth position and then open mouth position. I appreciate it coming with a second one in the off chance that you might lose the jaw piece. Which, to be fair, it is rather small. It is probably has like the same weight as like a piece like this. Probably lighter. Probably more like a piece like this. And then some red bar pieces, a good range of pieces in the burnt orange color, and some like light gray and dark gray stuff here and there. You know what? Fine. Cool. I like it. Neat. And then let's get into stuff like this. Which I think these might be where the more interesting parts are going to be. So for here, we have some minifigure parts. That's cool. We also get what I like the sort of chassis piece for the vehicle. We also have some pieces like walkie-talkie, hairpiece. Got some brackets and stuff here. Some nice brackets. Some simple colored bricks. As well as some like beige pieces. Nothing that's too standout right now that I'm seeing. Those in black, that's cool. But that's neat. But let's see what's in here. So we have turkey leg. We also get a pair of these like revolver, like minifigure revolver pieces in this orange. In orange. Huh, is this like the like oh wait. Is this that orange? Why, by golly, I think it is that orange. It's done up in that relatively new, like, neon orangish color. That's cool. And also some, like, smaller textured pieces and some small brackets and stuff. That's cool. And then bag 3. So yeah, we have bag 3. With, well, first of all, we got some large tires. That's nice. That's good to see. We also got, a windscreen piece done up in this relatively new trans black color. Unfortunately, I think my windscreen here is a tad bit scratched up, but it's fine. It's still nice for the most part. We also got, it's a backpack, as well as some more minifigure parts. That's cool. I also get gun and, a baby dinosaur. That's cool. I appreciate that. So we got like a couple of little dinosaurs in here. Also got, it's this piece. This is the piece used, I believe this is the piece used to make that like matrix of leadership thing from that Lego Optimus Prime. It's one of those like roll cage kind of bar pieces. Very neat. Couple seats, a couple of wheels to hold the tires in, bar thing, some jumpers, some, that's actually quite the fascinating piece. Do I actually have like the vented variants on hand? Actually, yeah, I think I do. So, for a really long time, Legos had this piece right here. So this like textured piece. So it looks to be designed similar to, say, a cheese slope kind of thing. Something like this. So this would be your typical Lego cheese wedge slope piece. Well, if you compare these two like that, you can basically tell that this is basically like a longer variant of this cheese slope piece. Only thing was it had these nice like vent texturing details to it, which was really nice for added venting detailings. But obviously, like you might want this piece but less textured for other uses. And I think I remember having at least a couple of like off-brand Lego sets that had this piece but without the vented texturing. But those were like unofficial. But then Lego went ahead and made this, which is basically, let me just bring it back. Which is basically this piece here, but without the vented detailings, which was, I guess, something that a lot of people like asked for. So that's really cool. We got some added venting detailings. And you know what? I like this. This is a really cool piece. I can already see the mock potential with this one. Very nice. Oh, and also a printed piece. That's neat. It's like a red curved piece with like the Jurassic Park logo over there. That's neat. Then for this we have even smaller pieces. It's cool. We got a yellow like tranquilizer like syringe piece. We got syringe piece. Ooh, some red ingots. That's nice. More of these red bar connections. That's good to see. We got some of this piece in this burgundy red. That's cool. And that's like smaller, more detail adding pieces. That's always appreciated. Got like more of these and more of those. Some tiny brackets. And some of these like headlight bricks, which I guess in this case are... I don't think these are actually used... I think these are used for like the taillights for this build, I think. Yeah, I think these are used for the taillights. But still headlight bricks. With like the snot. With like the... Well, it's a tad bit different than your typical snot brick. Yeah. But there we have that. Very cool. We got a good amount of pieces from this one, which I do appreciate. I did, however, got to this set as well as a couple other ones for a really good deal because I got them off clearance. So I did so I didn't have to pay as much to get my hands on some of these pieces. And also dinosaurs, which is nice. I appreciate the the added detailings and stuff for these dinosaurs, but if you ask me, I'm more so interested in seeing the pieces included in this set rather than just little dinosaurs. But I will say can you hold? You can hold the syringe. The Raptor can hold the syringe. Can you hold gun? Can you hold gun? You can hold it. You can hold it rather elegantly and at an angle. But yeah, you can hold it. Little chicken leg? Turkey leg? Yeah, I can hold the turkey leg just fine. Can add many like bar connection pieces to it. That's cool. Yeah. Pow, pow, pow. Pew, pew. Well, that's neat. But with that, that's gonna pretty much be it for that. Overall, I did enjoy I do enjoy a lot of the do like get some new experiences with parts and stuff. Got like a decent range of pieces in here, as well as a nice amount of like small detail adding pieces, as well as a couple dinosaurs, which I can admit not quite like these types of Lego dinosaurs, like with like the large mold things, large molded like specially molded dinosaurs that which barely have any Lego connections at all. You know, ain't really my thing, but I can but I am aware that like this is definitely something that a lot of people do appreciate, and I'm okay with that. For me, I appreciate this set for the range of pieces that it includes. And for that, I enjoyed this one. I liked it. I do see a lot of like good pieces in here, so that's nice. But with that, I think that's gonna have to be it for this unboxing. If you enjoyed this video, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.